So I'm Penelope Petrie, and I'm a member of the board of Hamilton Council on Aging. I have the position of secretary on the board of the council, so I take minutes at meetings, but I'm also involved in a number of the initiatives of the council, so I very much interested in the Age-Friendly Hamilton initiative in that committee, and I've done several things. I've also been involved with some of the others. Let's Take a Walk, which involved assessing trails, 18 different trails for this for the city of within Hamilton, and producing a booklet to encourage seniors to get out and do some more walking in the city. What else? I've done some of the Let's Take a Bus workshops, which are a lot of fun. One of my areas of concern is pedestrians and people who are using the sidewalks of the city. At the moment, I guess the biggest concerns I think seniors in particular have on the sidewalks are how crowded they're becoming, and basically they're concerned for their safety. So what they need are sidewalks that are in good repair and I mean more room. There's a limit to how much more room the city can give us, but I'm under the impression that the city is currently involved in trying to widen sidewalks wherever possible. Current width of sidewalks in Hamilton is around 1.5 meters, and now in new construction or where they are rebuilding roads, they are, wherever possible, trying to make the sidewalks at least 2 meters wide, which should alleviate some of those issues. Another area of concern for a lot of seniors is a place to sit down when they're walking. If they're going out doing their grocery shopping, it can be a long journey, and so a bench or something, a place that they could sit would certainly help. But good repair is really crucial. And then, of course, in the winter, as it is right now, clearing of the snow. I personally know several seniors who have not been out of their homes for several weeks simply because they're afraid they might fall on the ice or uncleared sidewalks, so that's another area of concern. I'm also a member of the Senior Advisory Committee to Hamilton City Council, and that's how I actually got involved with the Hamilton Council on Aging. They came to the Senior Advisory Committee and requested some members to join them with their Age-Friendly Hamilton initiative. And so I was one of the members of that committee that joined the council on the committee at that time. The SAC, which is what we call it, is 19 seniors from all areas of the city. And there are a number of other people who come. We have someone from Darts, we have someone from the Neighborhood Initiative, we have a member from the Recreation Department. These are all city employees and public health, so there's a number of others that come as well. We meet once a month and discuss issues of interest and concern to seniors. We have a number of subcommittees. We have one on housing, and they have just been in the process of producing a booklet to provide information for seniors in the city of where they can get information, what kinds of housing options they might have, who to contact, those kinds of things. We have a transportation and mobility subcommittee, which is looking at going to be looking at the 10-year plan that the HSR has put forward and made suggestions in that committee. That committee also has a concern with sidewalks. And is encouraging the city to make them as wide as possible and to help that way. It's a really interesting committee to belong to. It's a great group of people, lots of different perspectives, and they've accomplished a lot. It's amazing. One of the things that has always surprised me is how much council actually listens to us. We also have a member of one of the councillors sits on the committee. Among the things that the SAC has been able to do is they've organized the monthly seniors bus pass. So in the past, there was a bus pass for seniors, but you had to buy it by the year and pay for it for a year. And not everyone wants to take the bus all year round. Some people go away for part of the year. Some people don't drive in the winter. So this way, they can actually pay a monthly fee and they can just buy the months that they actually want to be using the bus. So. In terms of starting new initiatives, like the Age-Friendly, for instance, it's going to involve culture change. And so that is a big move, and it's not something necessarily that seniors can tackle on their own, but one of the things that we keep pointing out to ourselves and to everyone else is that anything that makes the city a better, easier, more pleasant place for seniors to live makes it better for everyone. But a lot of attitudes will need to be shifted somewhat in order to fully embrace all of age-friendly, all that age-friendly entails. One of the things for the Council on Aging that I've been involved with are the Let's Take a Bus workshops, and we're currently just starting our second round of these. The first round was a series of workshops where we met people signed up at different locations, some of the senior centers and other libraries in the city, and we would come and give them a presentation. These would be aimed at people who don't normally take the bus, a lot of seniors who are in the process of giving up their cars, and many of those attended. Or just they haven't taken a bus since they were a child, and so they don't know. So we explained the fare structure and the whole, how to use the HSR website, how to read the bus schedules, the paper ones, and just gave them an outline about what happens on the bus, and then took them on a ride on a bus which followed a city route, so that people would have an idea if they caught a bus here. This is some of the places they could go. We pointed out points of interest along that bus route, basically. These were very successful. People were quite happy. Most of the ones that did it, we got very positive feedback. And as a result of that, we have decided to run a second series for members of the ethnocultural community, so people who somehow, or who many of them speak very little English. And we're doing these. We've just started this series, and we do them with a translator, but it's essentially the same workshop, but just done with a translator to try and encourage. A lot of people are housebound or don't feel comfortable moving around the city because they don't understand how it's done. And so we're going to do the same thing and try and encourage people to get out and use the HSR more. I think the council, the Hamilton Council on Aging, the members are very committed, very enthusiastic about what they're doing. And a great group of people to work with, and are coming up with ideas that, if adopted and when adopted, will certainly make Hamilton a better place for seniors in particular, but for everyone to live. Mm-hmm.